This training, hosted by the Capital Area Coalition on Homelessness, CACH, is on how to enter the needs, services, and referrals for PATH clients into MedAware Information System, Bowman Service Point, which is the Homeless Management Information System, or HMIS, for Harrisburg and Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, Continuum of Care PA 501. This training is part 2 of a 2-part series and occurred in October 2016. In part 1 of the training, we created a fictitious client named Any Example, and we showed how to create a client, how to add members of a household to the client. In this case, we had added a son, just an example, as a dependent, and then to do the release of information, as well as how to enter the information that is needed for HUD and for PATH into an entry-exit assessment. We also showed how to update that information using the interim assessments, and then finally how to close out a client using the exit assessment. This training is on how to enter services and referrals, and as well as needs. Now, under the summary profile, we see on the left side the client information. We need to go to the tab on the right side which says Services Transactions. And it is here where we'll add a need, a service, and a referral. Step number 10, entering a need. The first step before we could even add a service or referral is that we need to add a need. It is the need to which the service and the referral will be connected to. Without that, any service or any referral you may add will not show up in reports. So it is critical to add a need. And we'll click right here on the Add Need icon. Again, as before, we need to include the whole household by clicking on this checkbox right there. Now we need to select the need. In this scenario, let's say it's care and case management. And for the need status, you can fill that out if you wish. Outcome of the need, we could say, was services pending. Save and exit. And that takes us to the need icon, to the need folder, and it shows here that we have successfully entered a need. We can now do the next step, 11, entering a service. So back at the Summary tab under Client Information, let's say now we want to add a service. So we'll go to Service Transactions, and we can add a service by clicking on this icon here, and let's do that in this case. However, we aren't sure which need we are adding the service to, and if we do not add it to the right need, then or any need at all, then it will not show up correctly on our reports. So instead, let's go back to a service transaction, and let's view the entire service history. And there we see the need that we had just created. And perhaps you had created several needs, but we want to choose the need to which to attach the service to. We can actually do it right here using these icons. We can add a need, add a service to a need by clicking on this icon, or later we can add a referral to that need by clicking on this icon. So we're going to add a need, a service. It takes us to the Add Service window. As always, we want to add all the household members by clicking on this checkbox there. And then it asks you to look up the service type. And it has to be the same as the need, case and care management. It says here, make service same as need. You can leave this blank. When you hit Save and Continue, it opens up the rest of the questions that you'll need to answer. The next important question is the type of PATH-funded service provided. And you have to click on an answer there. Let's click on Community Mental Health. We can leave the services costs alone and the funding sources alone and go down to follow-up information. We could there, if you wish, put a follow-up projected date in the future, end of the month, and you can at that time see if the follow-up was made, yes or no, and the completed follow-up date. And we can just save and exit from now. And it shows us that we have successfully added a service in a services window. Step 12, entering a referral. To enter a referral, again, everything is done in a services transaction window. Just like service, we could add a referral by using the Add Referral icon. However, we're not sure, again, which need we're adding that referral to. And as mentioned before, it is critical to add the referral to a need and to the right need. So instead, let us cancel this and go instead to View Entire Service History. There you can see the list of needs that you may have entered and pick the right one to add the referral to. The need that we had created was case and care management, and we can use these two icons to add earlier a service, which we did. We added a service and connected to that need, and now we want to add a referral to that need. So we click on the Add Referral icon there, and that takes you to the Add Referral information. As always, the first thing to do is to include the whole household by clicking on that checkbox. You'll have to pick the service code quick list, case and care management, which was the need, and we add terms. The next most important window or sub-window is to do the referral provider quick list. Here you are picking a referral type. Community mental health is the referral type. And for HMIS, it makes it as a provider. So don't worry that it's called a provider. That is the referral type in which your reports will be indicating that your referral is made. So this is a community mental health referral. We'll click on that and add provider. We don't have to worry about the search providers or to find the provider search list or the search results that it gives. We need to go all the way down to the referral data. Here we can, if you wish, do a referral ranking. It's not necessary, but let's say we want to make it high. But very important, we do need to do the type of path referral again, and that's community mental health. You can talk about the outcome, whether it was attained or not attained. And you could also leave that for when you do a projected follow-up, and then you can answer that outcome. Now, very importantly, we need to go down to this refer to provider window. You can here click on both or one of the clients of which you made the referral. Clicking on this checkbox finalizes that the referral was made to the provider. Only then can you hit Save All and complete the referral. For instance, if we forgot to check the boxes and hit Save All, it'll tell you that the need has not been referred. So now we can check next to both Annie and Justin the case and care management referral. Now, if it's only, let's say, the head of household that you wanted to make the referral to, you can just check on her, even though earlier you had checked on the whole household. Save all. And now, under referrals, we see that we have successfully entered a referral for the need case and care management. So we were back in the services transactions window, and we see the entire service history. We see that we successfully entered a need, and to that need we connected a referral and a service. The HMIS has other functions, one of which is to issue ID cards so that the client may have a card with their HMIS client number. Other programs use the HMIS as well. And that is HUD, as well as the Veterans Affairs for SSVF, Support Services for Veterans Families. There are certain programs that may require your client to show proof that they are in the HMIS system, either by providing an identification card or by providing their HMIS client number. For instance, the Housing Authority requires the HMIS number for applications for their housing, public housing, and Section 8 lists. So in that case, you'll need to go to Client Profile, and there is a button here that says Issue ID Card. And we can click on that button. You'd want to click on your agency under Issuer Name, and then you can generate the ID card. So here we see an ID card with the name of the agency and the name of the client, as well as their client HMIS ID number. This concludes this training on how to enter a need, a referral, and a service for PATH clients into the HMIS for the Continuum of Care PA 501, Dauphin County and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. For further information or further training, please contact the HMIS administrator at the contact information on your screen. Thank you for attending this training.